video, I wanted to show you the things that I made while I was absent from this channel. I didn't make a lot of stuff. Like I said in my very first video, I did lose my sewing mojo, and it probably wasn't until I made my wedding dress that I actually got it back again. My wedding dress is not included in this video. I'm going to do a separate video on that. But in this one, I think I have about 9 or 10 things to share with you. Some of them I did share on Instagram and other things I haven't shown. So yeah, I will go through and show you those. I am going to twirl in the things that I can twirl in. Bump has popped a lot over the last few weeks. So I can fit into some of them still, but some of them I definitely can't. So for those that can't, I'll show them on my mannequin so you can get a good idea of how they look in person. Pooch is just snoozing on the bed behind me. All right, so let's jump in. So the very first thing that I have here is a skirt that I made for my bridal shower. And it is a wrap skirt. This does not fit me at the moment. It is very short over my bump. But I will insert a photo of me wearing it as well on the day. So this is a wrap skirt. This was just a follow along tutorial from the Essentials Club for a wrap skirt, which was really easy to follow. It was a really easy sew. This fabric I got from a fabric de-stash. It's really cute. It's got like these kind of like grey blue little prints on there. Now this was really see-through, so I did line the inside of it, which was really easy to do. That was just an old sheet that I had. So yeah, that's how I lined that one. But this was super comfortable to wear on the day. I just wore it with like a little white top, and I had some faux flower crowns in my hair that my sister and I put together. But yeah, I really love this wrap skirt. The one that is in the video that they show is actually a lot longer, and I would love to make a longer one of those for sure. But yeah, this was a really great pattern. And like I said, I'll do a close-up on the mannequin so you can see it kind of on someone. The straps are really long. The only thing I might change next time is it doesn't have like a buttonhole or anything for the inside strap to go through. So I would even consider adding a buttonhole to this one, just because it does make it a bit more secure when you're wearing it. But that's probably the only thing I'd change, and I'd maybe just make it a little bit longer next time. But it's a really nice pattern, super easy to sew. Yeah, it's just a tutorial, and it was really easy to follow. The second thing I have to show you is another skirt, and it is another skirt that doesn't really follow a specific pattern. This was inspired by the double circle skirt that's in Chanel O'Bully's freehand fashion book. Love this book because you can just make stuff that fits your exact measurements at the time. And yeah, her instructions are really easy to follow. She has a double circle skirt in this one, but I'm pretty sure I just made I made a single, just a normal circle skirt. So this fabric is gorgeous. It's like a really silky, it's not silk, but like a silky rayon or something. Absolutely beautiful. My mum purchased this for me from Mood in New York when she was there a couple of years ago. I can't believe I'm admitting this, but I actually went to Mood in New York when we were over there a couple of years ago, and I didn't buy anything. I was just so overwhelmed by all of the fabric, and it was sort of during my, it was before I got married, so I was very much in my no sojo kind of mode. So I didn't actually buy anything, but my mum bought me a couple of pieces from Mood, so I still have another piece to play with. Anyway, this is from Mood. It's super gorgeous. I'm really happy with how I managed to get this little like motif at the front, and then it just has kind of this at the back. I lined it, I faced it and overlocked the edges to make it really clear, and I also have a little Charlie and the Machine label, little me made label in there as well. But yeah, love this skirt. Unfortunately, I do not fit into it, and I actually doubt that I'm going to fit into it after I give birth as well. So this one might need to be given away, but I absolutely love how floaty this skirt is, and it was really comfortable to wear. I just wore like a black bodysuit underneath it, and yeah, it was really comfortable. So the next item I have is a dress. I, for the life of me, cannot remember what pattern this is. I have absolutely no idea, so I'm really sorry, but I just cannot remember what pattern I used for this dress. Anyway, it's out of this really gorgeous mustard. I'm not sure if this is going to fit me or not, so if you see a twirl it does, and if you see no twirl then it doesn't. It's out of this really stunning mustard rayon. So beautiful. So it has a gathered skirt. I do remember that I think I used a top and then I just like made up the skirt, like I just added on the skirt and it was just the top of a dress. I really honestly, cannot remember what I used for this, but anyway, it's got no sleeves. It has a facing in here, which I actually didn't overlock, but not 100% happy with how this one came out. I remember that I rushed it a little bit because I wanted to wear it. So it is not lined up properly at the back, which as a non-sewer you wouldn't really be able to tell, especially with the gathers, but it bothers me. But yeah, and it is really short. Like, I don't think I had enough fabric to make it any longer. So it is something that I would definitely wear over like tights or leggings or something like that. But it is a really, really short dress. But it's super cute. Anyway, but yeah, not one of my best makes. It has pockets. But yeah, just a nice little mustard dress. Okay, so the next one is an outfit that I made, and this was using McCall's M7606. So I made the wrap skirt and I made it with the frills, which is version C, this one here, and I also made version A of the bodysuit, but I added a kind of cow neck to it. So yeah, I'll show you anyway. So this is the skirt. This was for my husband's my sister-in-law's wedding. So this is the skirt. The fabric is absolutely stunning in this floral mustard. You can tell. I think I actually got this and that other floral mustard at the same time. Very into mustard, very into florals. So it has this gorgeous ruffle on there, which I absolutely love. And that kind of goes all the way up to here. Now, one thing that needs to happen with this is I need to put a stud or something here because it does not stay as it should. I have a skirt really similar to this, which is ready to wear, and they have like a stud or something. So I need to do that because this did not stay up as well as it should have during the wedding. But it was really comfortable, and yeah, I really love this pattern and I will use it again definitely, but I just need to add some sort of stud or something on here. My only problem with that is that then it doesn't make it, I think the reason that I didn't in the first place, and it's not something that's in the pattern I don't believe, but I just was worried that it wouldn't kind of grow, like if I got bigger, if I got pregnant or something, that it wouldn't kind of grow with me. But it definitely needs something to help hold it up. So I think that's going to be my best solution. So to wear with it, like I said, I made the A version of this top, which is already kind of off the shoulder anyway. But I found a tutorial on Pinterest and I added a cow neck onto it. Oh, that's the back. A cow neck onto it. So it just, you sort of make it as you would normally. And then you add the cow neck to the neckline instead of, I think maybe they might bind it or add a ribbing onto it or something like that. I can't remember exactly how the pattern went, but yeah, you add that onto it. So it was really nice. The only thing again is that this rides up, and because it is white, I mean I had white bras on underneath, but yeah, that's the only thing that kind of bothered me, was that it did ride up all the time and I felt like I had to always pull it down. But it looked really, really nice and it went really well with that skirt, but I'm not sure that I'd make another cow neck one like this. It was quite annoying. But yeah, this is just out of some really, really soft knit, and it fitted really, really nicely. But yeah, it was just annoying how this kept coming up all the time. So all in all, I loved the outfit, I loved the look of the outfit, but it wasn't necessarily the most practical outfit to wear because I always felt like I had to keep adjusting what I was doing. So just to keep on with the mustard theme, I have my mustard desi skirt here. I've showed this quite a few times on the grid and in videos and stuff, so, or not YouTube videos, but videos on Instagram. So you've probably seen this one already, but I absolutely love this make. I loved the desi skirt as soon as I saw it, and I knew that it would look perfect in this fabric. I also have the other lot of fabric that Mum bought from Mood for me. I think would make a perfect desi as well. So the pattern for the desi was huge because everything's cut on the bias. Yeah, it was a bit of a complicated pattern to get your head around because you cut the top. I don't know if you can see, but there's a seam there. So you kind of cut the top and the bottom, and then you have to match them up. That sort of did my head in. Also just had to be careful, although this side is obviously the wrong side and that's the right side. They were kind of similar when you're looking at them. Anyway, what I love about this skirt is how it kind of flows down the bottom. It is so easy to wear. This is like one of my go-tos in pregnancy. It fits over the bump really well, and it is super comfortable. I actually wasn't 100% sure about this elastic waistband at first. I'm not a huge fan of them. I don't think they necessarily look super flattering, but I have come to love it, especially during pregnancy. So I would definitely make more of these. This fabric is a little bit see-through, so I do have to wear like neutral underwear underneath, but yeah, it's not too bad. So love this one. And I would definitely make more desis in the future. Okay, I promise that was the last mustard piece. There are no more mustards coming. So this next one is the Lois dress from Tessuti Fabrics. I have actually made one of these before, and I'll insert a picture here. When they first released the pattern, it was just such a beautiful pattern, and I really love how Tessuti do their patterns. And I did get a little bit of wear out of that one, but I did find it was quite short, and that was just because the fabric that I chose to use, I didn't have a lot of it. So this time around, I wanted to make a dress for my 30th, which was a couple of years ago now. And I really wanted to do the Lois dress because I love the neckline on that, and it was actually quite an easy dress to make. So I found this fabric at Spotlight, which is really gorgeous. I'm not entirely sure what kind of fabric it is, but it's really beautiful, and I knew I wanted to make a Lois dress out of it, so I ended up making a Lois. Actually, I just need to zip up the side. I did make this one midi length, which I'm so glad that I did. That's actually kind of how the pattern's supposed to be. The first one I made, I had to shorten it a lot because, like I said, it's just the amount of fabric that I had, unfortunately. But yeah, for this one, I really wanted to do it midi length, and I'll insert a photo here. I'm pretty sure I've got one for my birthday of me wearing it, as I'm not 100% sure this is going to fit. Anyway, so it's midi, and it's a really lovely dress. I love the neckline, so it's using bias around the neckline, and then this sort of thicker bias around the sleeves, and the zip is actually in a dart. It's in a dart, which is a really interesting technique, and I had never done anything like that before. Here it is. I'd never done anything like that before. So the darts on this dress are on the side. It's a really interesting construction. The first time I made it, luckily Tessuti give really fabulous pointers and instructions, because it was a little bit confusing, but the second time making it, it was a lot easier to do. Probably the hardest bit is getting the little point here to line up, because you have a pointy bit on the skirt and then you have the two kind of points here. So I think I did that quite well. And yeah, just inserting a zip into a dart was something I'd never done before. But this is a really beautiful dress. It's so comfortable to wear. And I think because it has this, it is a bit versatile, and it's really nice if you want to obviously eat things when you go out. You don't feel like you're going to stretch the dress or anything. But yeah, this one is such a beautiful dress, and I love this. I have already got so much wear out of it, and I can't wait to wear it again. Okay, this next one is a shirt dress kind of. It was supposed to be a shirt dress, but I ran out of fabric on. This is what I do. I have a fabric in my stash, and I know what I want to make out of it, and so I make it, but then I don't realize that I don't have enough material. So anyway, I'm pretty sure this material was either thrifted or given to me, or part of something like a doona or something at some point. I can't remember where it came from. Anyway, it is this gorgeous pinstripe, and this is a Bruyere shirt, which is this one from Deer and Doe, which is my favorite shirt pattern ever. I made, you might remember, I used to have one that was like a flannel, like a red flannel one, which I wore all the time, but had to eventually get rid of because it just frayed too much. It was a cheap flannel, but it was, yeah, such a nice make. And I absolutely love this one. So my plan for this was actually, it was going to be a dress with like a bow on it, but I didn't have enough fabric. So it's become a bit more of a tunic, which I actually love the length, and I think I'm going to make one similar for winter to wear over like leggings and stuff. But yeah, this one does not fit me at all now during pregnancy, so I might have to size up. It is quite a tight fitted pattern, which is what I loved about it, but obviously in pregnancy that's not helpful, so it doesn't fit me. But I might have to size up for the next one. So anyway, I also ran out of binding, so I just had this like pink one, which I regret putting in because you can see it, but anyway, it is what it is. This was a really cute dress. I did actually wear it as like a beach dress because it was just long enough to wear over bathers and get away with, but I could never wear it as a dress properly out in public. I did though pair this with like a white denim skirt and tuck it in, and that was really, really cute. So yeah, I definitely make another one of these in the stripe for sure, but yeah, something that will fit properly. But yeah, I finished everything off on the inside. This was, I think, the first thing that I made after my wedding dress. So because we'd been super particular about my wedding dress, I was really particular about how I finished off all the insides on this one. So they're all like the French seams, and yeah, everything's just finished off really, really nicely on the inside. But yeah, this is my favorite shirt pattern, and I've got some really gorgeous like winter flannel, which is a lot nicer quality than the spotlight flannel that I use for the other one. So I think I'm going to make another Bruyere out of that. But yeah, my favorite pattern, my favorite shirt pattern ever. Okay, this last one is my absolute favorite. This is the Very Easy Vogue V9253, bit of an infamous Instagram dress. I bought this pattern ages ago when they had a sale, because I really, really wanted to make it, but I just never had an occasion to make it for. And then my cousin was getting married, so I made this dress for myself and then a matching bow tie for Kenneth, which was really cute. First time I'd done that. He actually asked me to make him something matching, and he wanted the bow tie, and it looked really good. So anyway, Very Easy Vogue. This was a really, really nice sew. I made version A. I did a little bit of research before making this one. I knew that I wanted it to be slightly longer, but on short girls, I'm only 5'1", so I made version A, and that was plenty long enough for me. I can't remember if I took it up a lot or not, which is bad. We'll blame baby brain. Anyway, so I made version A. Now, this is the dress. Out of this absolutely stunning like linen cotton from Spotlight. Mum and I saw it on a mannequin and just absolutely fell in love with it. I'd actually seen a different dress in their catalogue with this fabric, and so we went there and they had so many different styles in a similar tone, which were gorgeous. So it took us a long time, but this one was just absolutely perfect. So yeah, it's absolutely stunning. This one, so it's got the like kimono style sleeves, it's got the v-neck, it's got the zip down the back, and it also has a tie that you can put in there, which I absolutely loved. Such a comfortable dress. Like, I just felt so comfortable in it for the whole night, and I would make way more of these in the future. Now, a couple of things. I watched the Stitch Sisters video on this because they have made a lot of versions on it, and I'm so glad that I did before I made this because they had some really fantastic tips. So, first of all, I don't know if this actually came with pockets or not. I think it does come with pockets, but I didn't put pockets in because I mean, when I'm going to go out in a nice dress like this, I wear a bag, like a little bag, so I don't need pockets, and I just find them to sometimes be I mean, I have pockets in this dress and that's fine, but I do sometimes find them to be a little bit unflattering, the pockets. So yeah, I know that's like an unpopular opinion, but I often don't put pockets in things just because I find it a bit unflattering. Anyway, so I didn't do pockets. I went with the Stitch Sisters suggestion and made a facing, which was really easy to do, for the neckline, which was so much easier than bias binding it. I would highly recommend doing that. It just made the edges so clean, and I really just love the way that it's all finished on the inside. So yeah, made that. I just tack stitched it down at the seams just to make sure that it would sit properly. The other thing that I did was I made the neckline as it's supposed to be made, but I did a ladder stitch to make it more wedding friendly. Obviously on this one, it is really low down, which I don't mind, and I like that. It's super flattering, but for a wedding, I just felt like it wasn't quite as appropriate. So I'm really glad that I did that. So at least with the ladder stitch, if I ever wanted to undo it, then I could do it really easily and not like ruin the pattern as such. So I did ladder stitch up the front just to make it a little bit more wedding friendly. But yeah, and apart from that, I did spend a lot of time. I hand stitched the sleeves and I hand stitched the hem, which took forever because there is a lot of hem, but it was just too nice a dress to not hand stitch. So that was just a couple of days of sitting in front of the TV hand stitching. But I absolutely love this dress. It was quite an easy sew, and I would definitely make more of these for sure. Like I said, super comfortable, absolutely love. So they're kind of all the things that I made while I was gone. Like I said, it wasn't really a lot over 4 years, maybe like 10 things, but that was probably in the space of 2 years. Yeah, I've just made what I made, and I'm really happy with what I made. I definitely became more conscious about what I was making. Since I wasn't making a lot, I really wanted to make stuff that I loved to wear, and that I knew would last me. So even, you know, for example, this dress, just got this one, like I've worn that again after the wedding. I thought I've made it, I really want to wear it, so I wore it to my niece, who's my goddaughter, to her christening as well. So yeah, I've been really conscious with the stuff that I'm making now. I'm not sort of just making for the sake of making. Yeah, anyway, I love everything that's in there. So I hope you enjoyed seeing all of that. Like I said, you will have seen me twirl in the stuff that I do fit into. There's a bit that I don't fit into at the moment. So yeah, that's a bit annoying. Anyway, I am going to leave it here. I hope you all have a lovely week, and I will chat to you in my next video. Bye.